to news from people to people. It is a unique news channel where you can learn and get to know the world better through the eyes of two young teachers, us. It is very special because most of the content is recorded by us, and we deliver up-to-date experiences that we see in our daily life in El Salvador.
Yes. So El Salvador is the place where we are right now. But who are we, Bori? We should introduce ourselves.
Yes, most of you know me. My name is Bori or Borbala, and I'm from Hungary, and I have a strong connection to the school and to you guys, and I wanted to share my experiences and the knowledge that we are gaining here with you, so you can also learn.
Yes, and I am Noemi, also from Hungary, 23 years old. I am Bori's teammate, and actually DNS taught me how to be a backpacker, so I'm really fascinated by the new things that we can find while traveling and meeting new people. So I am going to be one of your reporters, and we are hoping to bring you some really cool stories from people that we meet. This first episode is going to be about our very first impressions that we found when we came here.
Yes. You might ask, why are we doing this? And you might as well know that in the news we don't see so much about how connected we are in this world due to globalization, and we don't see so much about the good news that are happening and the stories of the people that make up this world. So the purpose of this news is to bring you some perspective about the world, and also to give you a little bit of an appetizer and to bring you a perspective and a wish to get to know the world better and to meet other humans with an open mind.
Yes. So what does it mean to travel overseas? For us, this was the very first huge travel that we did. So when you travel a long distance, you might consider the kind of country that you are going to, what kind of clothing you will need, what kind of equipment you will need. For example, we needed to realize that not even tap water is drinkable here. And for us Europeans, it might be very strange. Why cannot I just drink from any tap that I see? Well, and one of the reasons might be because there are different bacteria on this continent than in Europe. This is just something for you to consider. About traveling so far might include getting your visas for staying in other countries or transiting in other countries. Then you also need some travel insurances in case you get injured. You never know. You might need to get a treatment, so it's better to be prepared just in case. And also we had 2 transits. First was in Oslo, and we spent the night there, and it was very snowy, like half a meter snow and everything very icy, so it was like a real winter, I think. And from that cold, we arrived after 10 hours of sitting on an ocean crossing, huge airplane, and just basically watching movies. We arrived to Miami. Well, there we had some problems because I think we really didn't expect to have such a huge queue for people waiting to enter the country. That meant like a 2 hours long waiting in the queue in the airport. So then I think we got a little bit worried that we might miss the next plane.
As well, another interesting fact is the time changes. So from the time zone of Europe, we flew into the Pacific time zone, that is 7 hours ahead. And it gave us a little bit of confusion when we were on the plane from Miami to El Salvador, because the time zone changed again. So we thought we are already late, but in fact we were on time. It was just the time zone. It also gives us a bit of confusion because one day just kind of disappears, and in your body you feel that that day happened, but the time is ahead, so in fact the day didn't really happen. Some basic facts about El Salvador, our home, and the capital city called San Salvador, where we live right now with our host family. So, El Salvador is located in Central America. It is neighbored by Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua. It is also called as the thumb of Central America because it is the smallest country in this area. The size of the country is half of the size of Denmark, but it has the same amount of population. That means it is very densely populated. The spoken language is Spanish, but of course, before the Spaniards came and colonized it, there were other languages, other native languages. Sadly, these ones are barely spoken today. The economy, the official currency is the US dollar, and the country has also legitimized the cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, you might know about. What it means that it has US dollar is that it's not so vulnerable to the inflation like other countries that have a different currency.
So El Salvador is also known for one of its highest mountains, which is actually the highest mountain, called Monte Cristo Mountain, and it's around 2,500 meters above the sea level. Definitely higher than any points of Denmark or Hungary. And we know that the current president is called Najib Bukele. If you want to know more about him, you can also Google. It's a very easy way of finding information. We can also tell that the flag has two colors mainly, the blue and white stripes. White represents peace, and the symbol of the country is located in the middle of the flag, as you can see it in the pictures. So some fun facts about the country is that people love eating here pupusas that we got to try this week after waiting a little bit and climatizing to the new kind of foods. So we are trying not to taste everything at once, even though everybody says that they sound good and they taste delicious. But we will wait, and we have 4 months to see what is the gastronomy in this country. So then I also mentioned volcanoes, and El Salvador, being very little, has many volcanoes. Also surfing is very popular in this country, and I think it's also known for very chaotic traffic that we got to experience when riding a bus. And what we saw so far, it's only about San Salvador, the capital city, and we are located in the district called Santa Tecla.